I'm Chelsea Zaccato.
And I'm Natalie Heacock.
And this is Lumberslingers.
Each podcast, we will be bringing you relevant and useful industry information, including interviews with top lumber professionals and discussion of current events in the industry.
Whether it be lumber grading, industry and market trends, or who's who in lumber, we hope to extend your current tally on industry knowledge. Good morning, Lumberslingers.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Natalie actually was going to not be here again because now she has laryngitis, but she's gracing us with her presence because she listened to the last episode and could not handle not being here today.
So basically, if you listen to this, just turn the recording off and go to YouTube because I'm just going to be doing like hand signals and facial expressions to rest my voice.
Signs. Holding up
Yeah.
signs.
I can sign my name. Did you know that?
Mm.
Isn't that cool?
Can you do mine?
No, that's all I know.
My wife could actually sign very well because her half brother has to sign language. He has Down syndrome, so he couldn't verbally speak. So she, for a long time, knew like a boss. Like when we first met, she could do really good. But it's kind of one of those things where not to an extent, like if you don't use it, you kind of lose it in the fact of being able to be as quick with it. So she's not as.
It's like any language, really.
Yeah. It's like she's a little rusty. She's like, I know they're in some of these things, but I don't know all of them. So she taught me some fun things, but I don't remember them. I'm terrible. Like we have a lot of neighbors that, like for example, I speak Polish and they try to teach me like words and I literally am so bad at pronouncing them and being able to remember them. Like I just, my brain doesn't work like that. I think it's Czesh is hello. That's about as far as I've gotten. It's a little right. Even that's hard for me because I always say it wrong. I'm technically saying it wrong. So you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, is my point.
Shush.
Do you know this word?
Adam and I started a new show last night, and it's reminding me because the guy speaks sign language, or does sign language. What do you say? Speaks sign language. You don't say that. The guy signs sign language. It's called DTF St. Louis. You guys
Wait,
heard
what?
of it?
Down
It's
to
called
Yeah.
DT what?
Yeah.
DTF?
It's with Jason Bateman. Yes. And it's actually a very good show. Nothing is quite what you think it is. Anyway, one of the main characters, Jason Bateman, he's a weatherman, like on the local news station. And then he makes friends with this guy, and the guy ends up coming along to be like his sign language person while he does the weather. So they're in like the show starts and like they're in this storm getting like blown away, and the guy's like, and then a stop sign almost hits them and they run.
Is it funny?
Anyway.
Is it a comedy?
So I thought it was by the name, and I was like really excited to watch it. And then it turns out it's kind of more of there's some funny parts, but it's kind of dark, actually. It's a pretty dark show. So TBD on DTF.
Nick and I started that movie. It's called One Battle After Another with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Dude,
did you finish it?
And it's creepy. The first like 30 minutes of that movie, you're never going to look at Sean Penn the same again.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
No, we got like, I don't know, it was like 9:30. He's like, do you want to go to bed? I was like, how much do we have left? We had an hour left.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we're going to bed.
And guess what? It doesn't pay off. You get to the end of the movie and you go, what did I just watch this for? Because yes, the acting's great, but I still am not quite sure the purpose of the movie. And I was pretty disappointed that I wasted that much time watching it. So
it was awful. Like after I watched it, I like messaged my buddies. I'm like, did you watch the movie? He's like, yeah. I was like, this is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like it was just bad. Like
There's just not a purpose to it. There's
and it was
making points, and then
it was just a jumbled mess of chaos, and it was trying to be like somewhat tongue-in-cheek at times, and then it wasn't. And I was just like, I don't think it knew what its purpose was. It was just, and the fact that it won awards, I was like, that just shows you how disconnected that these people are from anything that's logical like that.
Okay, well,
like,
I'm not going to
finish it. Oh.
I want it. You're not gonna, because I think. But where you're at, you're like, this will come around to some purpose or reason, or I'll feel fulfilled for spending my time on this. And you don't. You feel even more mad that you kept going.
Yeah.
So my in-laws were very excited to watch it because Adam and I had seen it before the holidays, and they were like, we're going to watch, they ended up watching it, and I kind of told them what I thought of it, but they had the same opinion. They were like, yeah, what was that? I feel like they have a good movie taste, so I trust their judgment on that one.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna finish it, but I also
Yeah.
watched this week while I've been sick, Housemaid.
Oh, I enjoyed that. For the beginning part, like, I was like, I don't know about this because like there's some conversations between what Sydney Sweeney, what's the other girl lady's name? Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh, what's her name? I'm blanking out.
Amanda
Um,
Seyfried.
Yes.
yeah, thank you.
Yes.
And like I was like, and then the movie went on. I was like, oh, okay, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently there's 2 more books, so there's gonna be 2 more movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like it was, I enjoyed it. Like my buddy said that it was good, and at first I started watching. Like I said, I was like, I don't know, man. And like halfway through, I was like, okay. And then by then, I was like, I can dig it. I'm here for
Well, I
this.
mean,
I wanna watch that one. Was it good?
yeah.
Yeah,
You recommend?
Sydney Sweeney is, pretty easy on the eyes.
yeah, she is. I mean, I heard
She's
She
my
is
girl
very pretty.
crush.
she's awesome. Yeah, it didn't hurt. Yeah,
Yeah, there is a sex scene, Chels. You see
yeah.
some tatas of hers.
This Lumber Newswire just got real rated R with this banter about movies, guys.
I remember I was watching that, and Anne wasn't in there. She came in as that scene was on, and she's like, "What are you watching?" And I was just like, "Well, here's the thing." I was like, "It's a good movie. It's very artsy."
It's
Like, it
about a
looked very
book,
artsy.
okay?
Based off a book, okay?
Well, should we get into some lumber news this week? I feel like this world is feeling a little hata.
Coffee now.
I've used up all my words for today, so
Oh, you're just gonna sign now? Okay.
yeah.
Alrighty. Thumbs up, guys.
No segue better than that.
Yes, exactly. So this week it was interesting. I think again similar to last week where we had like the highlight or low light, whatever you want to call it, um, was at the end. So I think it's going to be a banger this week when we get to that. So I'll leave a little bit of time there for that. But some updates again. This is one that we were chatting about. I think it was when it was it Chelsea and I only. We were talking about
Rub it in.
actually where she was
Oh, which
leaving.
week, Trent? Which week were we talking?
It was a couple of weeks ago, but there was like this. She was leaving Rainier, and there was like she's going to a non-competing company,
My God, that's who that was?
and we're like, "Who is it? Where is she going?" Well, we found out this week she is now going to be CEO of Gorman Group. So
I didn't connect the dots.
that's
Okay.
what I'm here for. I'm here to connect things in dots.
So we just saw Nick Arkle on a panel at T100.
Yep.
So what's funny was the last leadership summit before it became T100 that Blue Links made a major change after the Blue Links guy was like one of the keynote speakers. And we were like, dude, what's up with this? So I was kind of distracted by that, but that is crazy. Congrats to Ashley Cribb. The mystery is solved.
Yep. I was like, and I was trying to dig as much as I could, just out there and be like, "Oh, okay, what's going on?" But then it came out like pretty much right on the time of when her last day was with them. Basically came out that night. So I've been very excited to share that to complete the circle of trust.
Yeah, totally. Wow, that is a full circle, interesting story. I thought that Nick Arkle did a great job on the panel that he was on. He
Mhm.
provided some really great insights. So it's good to see that he's still going to be involved and kind of help her along the way with the transition. So
Yep,
congrats to Ashley.
yep, and he's staying on, I said, as a non-executive chair too. So I'll still be with them, plugging and chugging around there as well. So
Good.
got any signs to hold up for that one, Nat, or anything? When Quinny and I we were listening to the Tangled soundtrack, and at the end of soundtrack, at the end of each song, like it just has like these endings, and every time we do it, I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, so that is a perfect transition." Not at all. To the next one, which is Romac Building Supply. They announced a new COO, James O'Mara, had just joined them in that capacity. So congratulations to James.
What a great Romac headshot.
Yep.
Very professional.
Fans of logos and headshots in this on this podcast. Huge fans. And I will say I'm always sad if there's a personnel change and they don't include a headshot. Like that does
Yeah.
make me like I'm like, God, you gotta have a headshot. Come on. You gotta do it. So luckily a lot of these have been apparently listening and taking notes of that. So
Speaking of headshots, let's go to Georgia Pacific because these guys look like they belong in a magazine.
they really do. Yep.
I thought you
Georgia,
were going to talk about our headshots, Chels.
yeah, those ones were phenomenal.
But
They were.
also check out lumberslingers.com because we made little bios for each three of us, and you'll be very pleased with what you see.
They're pretty amazing and good headshots. Also, just putting them
Great
out
headshot.
there. Yes.
But yes, you are right. These headshots are insane.
Yep. Georgia
It's
Pacific.
It's like,
Georgia
am I reading a Sears catalog, or is this
Like-
about Georgia Pacific?
Literally, it's pretty amazing. And first one is the David Duncan, who's now been named president CEO. His literally looks like it's straight out of a magazine. Like even like the angle he's looking, it's just
It kind of looks like a stock photo.
it really honestly does. It's like that, like boom, on target.
We got to start figuring out a way to drop these pictures into the video so people,
Yeah.
when they're watching our YouTube, they can
That's
see
a good
it.
idea. Well, and then I like the little thing where they did with the Vivek Joshi, who's now the executive vice president of consumer products business. Like you can see like the kind of, it's like one of those portraits you can do with your phone where it's blurred in the back and it's got the wood paneling in the back. I was like, I like that. I like that. A little
That's a nice one, too.
nice added touch there. So well done, everyone. Well done.
Awesome. Good. Congrats to these guys for moving up. And we'll just can't wait to see what their next headshots look like when they continue to move up the ladder at Georgia Pacific. I didn't realize Georgia Pacific. Maybe this is.
Are you
I
reading what
didn't-
I'm reading?
Yeah.
The Vanity Fair?
What?
Which part?
Why does it say
Because do you know when you have a picnic and you buy the napkins and the cutlery, that Vanity Fair brand? But I
Yeah.
was basically kind of reading the same thing because it says, Georgia Pacific and its subsidiaries are among the world's leading manufacturers and marketers of bath tissue, paper towels, napkins, tableware, paper-based packaging, cellulose, and building products. Familiar with consumer brands include Angel Soft, Brawny, Dixie, InMotion, Quilted Northern, Sparkle, Vanity Fair. I guess I don't think of those brands when I think of Georgia Pacific. I think
Yeah.
of lumber. So, guys, there's so many career opportunities in the world of lumber. You could go work at freaking Brawny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dixie, Vanity Fair, but not the magazine, not the fashion magazine.
none of these have the bear? Remember the bear with the toilet paper? That's a
Yeah.
different brand.
No, yeah,
A
it's a different one.
brand.
What about
Isn't
the
that Quilted Northern or no?
what about the quicker picker upper?
That's Brawny, isn't it?
That is Brawny.
Just so you know, you want to hear a little spoiler leak I
Brawny,
found
the
out?
quicker
That
picker
Brawny
upper.
Brawny's going to be on sale on the next Costco ad starting on
Ooh.
April 1st. So, little spoiler for everyone. there.
Ooh,
Also,
Click
look at the Brawny website because, hello. Okay, AI, take my money. Daddy alert.
Roman Reigns, like literally.
I don't know who it looks like, but I would like to buy some paper towel, please.
He does have a nice chiseled chin, as they say, chiseled chin.
I would believe it's the strongest paper towel after this picture. Okay, anyway, moving right along. This episode is
Not sponsored by Brawny, but kind of is now. Hey,
it's sponsored by romance novels or something.
goodness gracious! So go get some Brawny and watch Housemaid.
Odd.
The next story. This is what I wanted to bring up. It's not. It just I thought it was interesting because it's an SRS story. The company they acquired, they just made an acquisition. They agree, or they're in the process of making it. They agreed to acquire wholesale HVAC distributor Mingledorf. That's not necessarily tied directly into obviously what we usually talk about, but I thought it's still interesting and worth bringing up because it just shows that SRS is still making moves. Like it's
Wow.
not something where Home Depot took them over and they're like, well, we're gonna I mean they're still kind of just plugging along like normal. They're making acquisitions, growing in different areas, and then so and I mean this isn't a small one. It said that they serve they serve people throughout 42 locations in 5 different states. The Mingledorf says so. I mean it's a pretty big acquisition for them in that area. So I think it's worth just kind of paying attention to, that they're not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. So the transition away from that one other thing that came up was Domtar announced that they're going to idle their Coosa Pines, Alabama fluff pulp mill. It's going to be effective of May of this year. So I looked in, I forget, gosh, how many were there? I think there's a couple. There's maybe 200 employees that were affected by this. It didn't break it out, but I was looking at what they had listed on their website at this location, and it was 275 employees. Oh, so I always, when it says they will indefinitely idle operations, I mean, that doesn't mean it's going to necessarily be closed forever from how I read that. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it's closing. I mean, theoretically, that means that it could open back up, right? Am I reading this incorrectly?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would agree with that.
So, yeah. So it's something to keep looking at and stay
I
tuned with.
used to get grounded indefinitely.
Well, see, look at, and you're not grounded anymore.
See, you got out of it.
Yeah.
Boom. So you're telling me there's a chance. Goodness. And one other kind of follow up on what we spoke about last week with Sherwood opening a new distribution center. They also announced a new distribution partnership with LP SmartSide across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Delaware. So that was kind of a fun little follow up to last one, so you kind of,
Yeah. They're making moves
Yeah.
left and right, up and down, east and west.
New choice. Now, with what I kind of had teased earlier, mortgage rates. I mean, mortgage applications. Mortgage applications were down 10.5% from 1 week earlier. But the biggest story is mortgage rates, what they currently are. They are now up to 6.38%. Wowza. So, I mean, that is a pretty aggressive upturn. I mean, when you look at the chart, it's like, hello, like, wow, like, boing, like, straight up, man. Like,
This is like week 4 of them going up.
like,
So, yeah.
ever since they just did that little trickle down below 6, we're all excited. I was super excited, real gung ho. All of a sudden, it's like, never mind,
Just kidding.
Yeah.
a lot of obviously outside events that can potentially lead to some of the pressure there, but I mean it's a pretty aggressive move considering we had seen, when you look at this downtrend we'd had, it was slowly going down, just pretty steady, and all of a sudden it's like boom, we're back up to where we were, but at basically the end of last summer in
Mhm.
4 weeks. So I mean, I don't know, it's interesting to say the least, and so yeah, I did not see this coming personally at all. Like, I thought they'd at least stay somewhat low in the 6s. To see them go this high up, I mean, that kind of shocked me. So, yeah.
Yeah. This will put pressure on the market for sure. So,
Are we going to talk about gas prices?
can't
Yeah,
we
gas prices
please?
are aggressive. Even around here, they've been getting aggressive. Like, in Illinois, I paid 404 yesterday at Costco, which is, the best place to get it price-wise. How about you all out there?
Yeah.
I have
I did
diesel and it was
505.
618.
Dang, you should get a non-diesel car.
Those Teslas are looking real nice right now.
I know, right?
18 is $150 to fill up my tank.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you
So
need to
you
get
think
like
about
a
that.
Cybertruck.
You think about that, and then you think about we're talking about mortgage rates, but also, okay, but lumber prices and people making purchasing decisions for what should be busy right now, spring buying. That changes everything. I mean, freight rates are going up. I'm hearing between $1,000 and $1,500 per truck on normal lanes that we're doing every week. And not only that, but the demand is there and there's not enough drivers. Trucks are going to be more and more expensive and harder to find right now in this season, which could falsely make people buy loads of lumber, maybe stock up their inventory a little bit more than they need to because there's, the scarcity mindset, which then could cause a correction later in the season. So it's kind of giving me COVID vibes when trucking went up crazy. Demand was crazy. I know this is a different reason because of availability and freight costs, but I'm seeing some higher prices than I've ever seen when I'm pricing into my lumber. So not good.
'Cause it's so volatile too. I mean, it just went up so quickly, and it's like, say things cool down, for lack of a better way to say it, you could see it go back down aggressively pretty quickly as well. So I mean, that's why
Hmm.
it's like it's such a weird thing. You don't like there's not any level like there's it's just I feel like it's kind of like last year when we were almost the exact same time when we were talking about like tariffs. You're like, what's gonna happen? Like it's not like this sense of just instability across all of this. So yeah.
Right. And well, not to jump ahead to lumber prices, but lumber prices are up week over week as well, which is not even considering what's happening with freight. We're just talking about mill pricing going up. And so you're not even working in your brain like on top of that. Typical lanes, are adding couple $100 more per 1,000 as well.
Yep. No, because like you said, they're up $12 or 2% up to 513. So yeah, I mean it's
So up $12 this week, it was $10 last week. We're getting to the $500 range.
it's interesting to say the least. I mean, this is going to be an interesting spring and start to the kind of the busier season. So
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, weather here is also wonky too. I mean, it's like people definitely are pent up because I mean, we keep getting these teaser nice days here. Now we're back into the 30s again. So it's like I feel like once we kind of get like a long stretch, people are going to be getting motivated to do stuff. But are they going to have the money to do it? I mean, are they gonna be able to justify in that aspect? So that's, I mean, reality can also be what people perceive it to be too. So, I mean, if you feel like, oh, I better be a little bit more, keep my mind a little closer to the vest because I don't know what's going to happen, then that could obviously negatively affect a lot of the, renovation kind of market as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so pressure all around. Freight, lumber pricing, mortgage rates are up.
My
But
voice is gone.
yeah, Natalie's voice is gone. She can't even scream about it.
But we
I
still have the housemaid and Brawny. So we got that going for
I really do feel trapped inside. Like, I have so much to say, but I can't say it. You know what I mean?
I know,
Trapped
it's the
inside my own
worst.
body.
It's like when you're screaming in a dream and nobody can hear you.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah. Do you ever get those dreams where like they're super real and then like you like wake up and you're just like thankful that what you were dreaming about wasn't real?
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, like I used to not be able to remember dreams at all, but recently, like I've had some time. I still remember them regularly, but I get some that are like really messed up. With like, like I've had it where a parent has died or something like that, and like I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you that was not real. Like it was just
Mhm.
like it went on for a long time, and it was creepily weird. Like no, 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 no,
I
oh
had
no,
a really weird I've been having dreams this week specifically, but, like, I had a dream about a plane. Like, I was on a plane, and they made us get off the plane because something was wrong with it, and then the runway started flooding, but it was that morning that crash happened in New York, but that was my dream was, like, before that, so it was really weird to wake up to that news after having a plane dream. Also, another weird thing about my plane dreams is it's always the same airport, but it's never an airport that I've been to,
really? Huh?
but
That is
it's a
weird.
reoccurring place.
Very
Anyway.
interesting.
On that note,
On that note, anything else we should watch for? I mean, I guess one thing I wanted to mention was next week is the International Mass Timber Conference, which we have been promoting here on our show. So if you're there, look out for Lumberslingers. We're going to be there on the show floor recording one day, and we're still looking for a cool booth to record in. So TBD on that, but we'll have a little bit of show content coming to you from the International Mass Timber Conference happening here in Portland, Oregon. I believe it starts on is it the 31st? Yeah, Tuesday 1st through the 2nd of April. So we're pumped to go to that next week and see what's going on in the world of mass timber. Yeah, Natalie's very excited.
Oh, jazz hands.
Jazz hands. But awesome, guys. Well, good to see you all. Natalie, I hope you get to feeling better, and we hope to see all three of us reunited next week again.
Yes, healthy as can be, hopefully too.
Yes, for
yes, can
sure.
be.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.